Hi, I'm David Spring with the Washington Family Rights Coalition. This is the 8th of 12 sessions presented at the FTC workshop on July 9th, 2025. In this session, we hear an announcement by the U.S. Department of Justice that they have issued subpoenas to 20 different gender clinics that they are investigating for fraudulent medical practices. Here is the U.S. Department of Justice announcement.
All right, so now we have Chad Mizell with the Department of Justice, Chief of Staff, and I'd like to now welcome Chad to the stage.
Thank you all very much. Thanks for being here. Thanks for giving attention to this very, very important issue. I'd like to start by thanking, first of all, President Trump, who has given me the honor of being able to serve you all, being able to serve the American people, and especially want to give a shout out and thanks to my boss, the very tough Pam Bondi, who I think is doing an incredible job at DOJ. Thank you. Well deserved, well deserved. She's doing such a great job, and she's particularly tough on these issues. She was a career prosecutor for 16 years. She was a state attorney general for 8 years. This is her passion. This is something she feels very, very strongly about, and I'm very happy to be here to announce some of the things that DOJ is doing on that front. There's a basic principle of law. You cannot deceive consumers. You cannot lie to them to get them to buy your products, use your services. You cannot commit fraud. This is true in providing medical services, but also more generally. There's no doubt in my mind, based not only on what we've heard here today, but just looking around with our own eyes, that the industry that is formed around providing gender-affirming care and transitioning services for children has perpetuated one of the greatest frauds on the American public. And that is especially true with respect to our vulnerable children and their parents. One of the most important tasks of government is to prevent this fraud from continuing and to remedy the consequences of this fraud in recent years. The FTC has a very broad mandate and a consumer protection mandate specifically with powerful investigative tools attached to that. It's very well positioned to tackle this issue, and I would like to thank all the commissioners and particularly my dear friend Chairman Ferguson for the great work that he is doing on this front. The DOJ also has numerous civil and criminal tools to root out fraud. We are focusing these tools on everyone who is involved in the multi-billion-dollar industry of harming our kids. And I want to point out a couple things that we're doing. First, with respect to civil and criminal fraud. Although the details, the exact details of the targets of our investigation are not yet public, we have issued nearly 20 subpoenas against clinics who are engaged in transition-related investigations. Thank you. We're investigating violations such as healthcare fraud, false statements, all of this which could result in either civil or criminal liability for these clinics. We have also investigations into hospitals and other providers related to fraudulent billing, false claims under Medicaid fraud and the False Claims Act. We're going after false and deceptive claims by nonprofits and medical associations that have provided false, deceptive, or scientifically dubious assertions about transition-related medical interventions, allegedly as cover for the clinics and the hospitals to be able to do what they're doing. And finally, we've issued subpoenas to major manufacturers of the drugs used in trans-related medical interventions for possible violations of drug marketing laws and the Food and Drug Cosmetic Act. We've also prepared draft legislation. We're working with Congress on existing criminal laws related to female genital mutilation to more robustly protect children from chemical and surgical mutilation. And we're continuing to work with Congress about enhancing the ability of injured parties to seek remedies, to get recourse. Because as you all know, that is so important. The way you're going to take down this multi-billion-dollar industry is for people to speak out, which is exactly what we're about to hear. We are using all of the tools at the Department of Justice to address this issue. Now, before I introduce, I do want to give a shout out. If you are somebody who has been harmed in this industry, let us know. If you are a parent, if you are a child, if you were somebody who was lied to, deceived, told that a particular pill might be reversible when we all know it's not actually reversible, we want to know about that. That will help us in all of our investigations, not just on the civil side, but on the criminal side. So please come forward, come talk to us. We have DOJ representatives. I think here at the conference, some of them spoke. Obviously, I'm going to be here. If you guys have any questions about how to get a hold of us, you can reach out to any of the FTC staff who we work very, very closely with. But please continue to reach out to us.